Welcome to Better with Brii Renee, the podcast where we get real, get honest, and get better, one conversation at a time. Here we talk all things family, faith, finances, and everything that just feels good to the soul. This is your safe space to grow, to heal, and to elevate. Because better isn't about being perfect, it's about being intentional. So whether you're working on your mindset, your money, or your relationships, you're in the right place. So let's keep it real, keep it light, and most importantly, keep getting better. Because better starts with you, starts with us. It starts with Better with Brii Renee. Welcome back to another episode of Better with Brii Renee. I'm Brii Renee, and this is the podcast where we grow better together, one conversation at a time. And you already know, I just love each and every one of y'all. I'm just thanking every single person for watching or listening every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are just growing, like our community is growing. I think we have reached 30,000 by the time this dropped. We should have reached 30,000 subscribers, and that is just such a huge blessing. You know, we on this road to at least 100. My nephew was like, oh, you gonna get a play button. My sister was like, a play button? But he's talking about like the plaque when you get to 100K. And so that is our goal. We are striving to get there. We cannot do it with every single one of you guys. So thank you for joining along on this journey with us. Now, you know, each and every episode, we have to start off with a better perspective. And this better perspective happened in my real life because I've been open about it in my vlogs that I started the 75 Hard Challenge. And when I started the 75 Hard Challenge at the gym, one of my homegirls was like, well, what are you doing? Like, what is that all about? And so I'm like, oh, I'm following a strict diet. I'm reading 10 pages of a self-help book every day. I am trying to go to sleep. This is not part of the 75, but I added this in. I'm trying to go to sleep at a certain time and wake up at the same time every single day so I can like get my circadian rhythm on track, as well as you do 2 workouts a day, one that is outside and one that's indoor. Both of them have to be 45 minutes. And I added in reading the Bible along with the strict diet that you have to follow. And now the strict diet, I think you get to basically determine your own strict diet. But me and my boyfriend decided that we were going to do no sweets, no processed foods, and no liquor. And so when I told my homegirl I was doing no liquor for 75 days, she was like, why? And I was like, what do you mean why? Like, because it's unhealthy. And it just like hit me in my head, like, why do and I don't know if this is just a black people culture thing, because even I remember growing up, my cousin, he told my family that he was no longer eating dairy. And my family was like, why? And it's just so crazy to me that we will question somebody when they are doing something healthy for themselves, but we won't question when they're making questionable decisions. So you could be like, oh, I'm going out to have a drink, or I'm going out to celebrate, or you're out to eat and you're like, let me order a drink. Nobody's going to be like, why? We don't question you when you're poisoning yourself. But when you are choosing to do something positive or make a drastic change, like, hey, I'm going hardcore 75 days locked in, people are often, especially like I said in the black community, perplexed. Like, why are you doing that? Or what is the reasoning? Now, for sure, like anything you're doing, you need to know what your why is so that you stay motivated. And I have a very strong why, but the problem isn't the why or my certain why. It's the fact that we are questioning me doing something positive for myself. So I feel like, I don't know if you guys do this. Maybe you do it subconsciously. Maybe you haven't realized that you do it. But I have noticed it, like I said, significantly amongst us, that we need to stop questioning when people are doing something positive for themselves, and maybe join along or motivate them at the least, like, okay, that's really good. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Or keep going. Or you know what? I need to do that too. Instead of the first thing being, why? Because why you not trying to do it? Why you not trying to be a better person? Why are you okay with still being at the same place that you always been? Why are you okay with being in this cycle of same old, same old? You ain't sick and tired of being sick and tired? Why you not sick and tired of that? So that's this week's Better Perspective. Let's get into the guest. All right, guys, you are in for a treat with this next guest. When I think about girl boss, she just immediately is one of the top people that comes to mind. She's an entrepreneur titan, okay? She has built a $4 million digital marketing company and openly shares her hustle, her ups, her downs, from being a bottle girl to earning over $7 million in the network marketing space. A beauty and wellness maven, author and mentor, and a nonprofit owner of Women Who Boss. Please welcome Miss Nathalie Nicole. Hey, Brii. Hey,
y'all.
I'm excited to have you.
I'm excited too. I mean, I love getting in the rooms of girls.
Yeah.
I think the word is just used so loosely.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
From day one, you've been that girl, and I'm just honored to be here.
Thank you. Well, I've been following you for a while. I think the first time I actually met you in person was at one of your events that Ernestine and Chi-Chi were a part of. This is maybe like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, she really threw this event together. Like,
Thank you.
And it was so beautiful. It was just everything. And you were hosting and moderating and just wearing out hats. And I was like, I see me in that, because when you a hustler, sometimes you be doing everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you know what? And that's so funny, because that day, I was just like, you know what? Let me get back outside, right? So I know how, you probably can relate when life pivots, you got to get back into your flow again.
Yeah,
so that was a day I was like, we back outside.
Yeah.
And I was fighting. I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues in that season. I was just like fighting just to show up again.
And I think a lot of people from the outside looking in see women like you, and I know they even be saying the same thing to me, like, how do you always stay motivated, or how do you keep going when life is in, like, life happens to us as well, and they don't realize that we be needing to take a second, or we be needing to pivot, like you said, recalibrate, recenter ourselves. So like, how do you handle those seasons?
Yeah, so I don't really allow it to be a season where I just stop doing something, right? I believe in routines, and I believe in like really prioritizing God. One of the things that I realized just from my first years of entrepreneurship is that God will give me the capacity, but I have to make time for God. Anytime I'm not making time for God, my life just crashes out every time. I'm talking about like the Lord has had to put me back on a path like probably 7 times.
And he will keep doing that. He will
at my big age, it's like, okay, like, you're not putting me first. So having a routine really matters to me. Being able to like really align with God, myself, and all the things is really, really important. The next thing that I always do when I'm really building a self-care regimen is really evaluating everybody in my life. Like evaluating everybody in my life.
What you bring, what you don't bring, and taking inventory.
Yeah. So like, the cool thing about life is, like, for real, I love laughing. Right. That's another thing about like my self-care.
Well, you have such a beautiful smile, and I feel like your laugh is infectious.
You too. I just love laughing. And like, I just like, and some things really don't be funny like that. But laughing has been like a mechanism for me just to like find joy. And so one of my self-care things that I do to reset my life is be around people that feel good.
Yeah.
I'm really big on evaluating my life, and whoever just doesn't feel good, it's just not our season. So that's where I take breaks in seasons from people where it's like, we're just not vibing right now. It's okay. Like, and being able to really keep myself in a routine of just progress. So for me, it's like whatever I'm doing in business, network marketing, digital marketing, nonprofit, whatever it is I love doing, I'm gonna still do it, but I always want to be like one step ahead of where I was before.
Yeah, I love that. What is like that time with God look like for you? Because everybody's different. Some people's like I'm in a season now which I wasn't in before, but just recently, like I want to say the last 6 months, I've been into my praise worship music. So now when I'm on the way to the gym every morning, I'm spending time with him, just thanking him, praising him, worshiping him, along with the prayers and reading the Bible. But that's part of my routine now. But it wasn't. What are some of the things, like, how does that look for you?
Praise has a lot to do with time with God. And I think sometimes everybody spends their time with God differently. And I feel like I used to compare myself in my earlier years of like, okay, I need to have a prayer closet, and I need to have, this big shutdown in the house. Like, that's not how it works, right? God evaluates how we spend time with him, like intentional time. So with me not being on my phone, reading my Bible, if I'm on my way to the gym or somewhere and I'm listening to praise and worship and I'm thanking him, I'm having gratitude, that's time with him. Before I go to bed, and I'm doing better with that now. So they're like falling asleep, because I was like talking to Jesus and I'll get in my Instagram. No, shutting it down and really letting my brain rest. So now I'm doing other like intentional things, like having moments with other girls, like, and doing Bible studies. Because also in the Bible, I feel like it's so much greatness in the Bible, but really understanding the stories. Like, have you ever heard of like a pastor speak about the same the woman with the issue of blood.
Right.
But you might hear it 7 different times.
In different,
like, dang, this is good.
Yeah.
Right? So being able to be hungry enough to go into my word and having the conversation with my homegirls, like, girl, listen, we can get through this. Look at this. And being able to make it relatable.
Yeah.
To actually the everyday girl. And I love that for me now because I never was interested in that before. But now I'm like, okay, I want to live my life better, you know? And I want to not be angry when people try to get on my nerves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. I think that when you're a Christian, it's not like, oh, I'm going to just be holier than thou. No, you go through adversity. And God is watching us and he's testing us. He hears the words that we say, right? So,
and them thoughts, where your heart posture is.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just really being authentic in the space of my growth with God, knowing that I'm not perfect, but I know that I'm definitely being intentional.
Yeah, that's good. So let's take it back. You talked about selling stuff from door to door long before you even knew what entrepreneurship meant. Like, what did that early hustle teach you about success and freedom?
So, you know, the cool thing is that most people don't know about me. I'm an introvert, extrovert.
Okay.
Right? So,
I'm the same.
Yeah, like, I'm really not really like a great salesperson. I'm a good social seller.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So, if I had the NutriBurst right here and I was drinking and talking to you, girl, you want some? You go, oh my God, I love it. And that's how most of my relationships are built, by the experience.
Okay.
Right? So, at a young age, you know, my mom and dad got a divorce when I was like about, I want to say 9 or something like that. They got a divorce, and my mother, she did her very best. You know, we moved into my grandmother's house. I didn't have a bed. We just slept on like this little cot thing or what have you. I didn't know it was tough until I got older, right? So, you know, you kind of just rock with your mother. Like, you're like, okay, this is what we're doing. I looked clean when I went to school. You know, all the things. But when I got to like about 17 years old, I said, okay, something's wrong. I gotta fix this, right? So I had a desire for more. I went to college, hustled all the way through the end of high school to college, and I would start selling things, candy, pencils, mechanical pencils, the Hello Kitties, that sort of thing. And I was like, okay, I can exchange a good for money because people want that. That's when I understood business, right? So then in college, I started selling hair. Then I started doing makeup. I worked for Martin Lawrence. I did the First Amendment, you know, being a makeup artist. I did hair. I opened up my salon in 2012. So I understood, like, okay, if you have something good, people will buy it from you. If it's not good, they're not going to buy it from you. So at a young age, I realized that I need money. And I don't think you need to have millions of dollars to be happy. But what happens is your life changes. Different things in life change. But one thing I would say, Brii, is what I learned is that anybody at any given moment can turn it up. At any given moment, you can turn it up.
Ooh,
but you got
to feel that. I feel it and I speak
at
it and
any given
receive
moment,
it.
you can turn it up.
You can turn it up. Oh, a moment is coming.
At any given moment, you can turn it up.
Yes.
But what happens is money is a frequency, right? The Holy Spirit is a frequency. So when you're in line with the Holy Spirit, what happens is the Holy Spirit will guide you. But if you waste your time in doing the things that are not aligned with your plan that God has given you, you keep on resetting. So when you're turning it up, you got to make sure that the frequency
staying on that frequency.
You get what I'm saying? So every time I feel like I'm about to turn it up, it's because I'm aligned with God's will for my life.
Yeah.
Anytime it's turned down, it's because I'm at low frequency. I'm around other people that are not in that frequency. So that's just something that I live my life by just sales and teaching leadership development. A lot of your favorite brands and people that you might see on social media, I might be behind their brands, teaching them how to pivot. I love helping people pivot and understand strategy of the pivot. You can't, like, you actually have a brand, but someone can say they want to do a podcast and no one might not listen to it. Doesn't mean you suck, but how
do you build that brand up?
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I love doing.
I love
just showing people how to get from A to Z.
So where was that moment for you where you were like, oh, I can help others do this? Because people be asking me, mentor me, and I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't think I'm at that space where I could coach or mentor somebody. So when did you know, like, I could help you? I could sell this?
So to help you out just right now, just do an audit of your life, the things you're really great at. Like, you have a studio, you know, media. There's a lot of things you're really great at, right? Then there's some things that we just need help. and we outsource it. So I always teach people, like when I'm coaching them, what are you great at? And we lean into that. And as you lean into what you're great at, that's how you monetize that. What you're not great at, you don't monetize. See, what happens is social media has allowed people to sell things they're not great at.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, right? And that's where the doubt comes in for the people that are actually good at it, because somebody might be selling what you are great at, but you're like, well, wait, I'm actually great at this, but they're making money, two different situations. But comparison is a thief of joy. So how I knew that I was ready to coach again, I realized, okay, somewhere down the line, you lost your joy. Where was that? I identified where I lost my joy at. I said, somewhere down the line, you lost your confidence. I isolated it, identified where the confidence was lost. Now that you identify those things, how did it happen? Take accountability. And I looked at myself and I said, I'm really great at these things still. And what I did was, instead of just like showboating all the things I'm great at, I got to work again. And this is the thing about girls like us. The girls like us, when we really believe in ourselves, we don't really need validation from a soul. But it goes back to belief. Yes, we love Jesus, but it goes back to belief. If I don't believe in myself, there's no way I can get you to buy from me.
Yeah, because I'm unsure.
So you have to say to yourself, I am great at this. I am good at this. I am a great mentor in this space. Media mentor. The media mentor. Right? I know that you're a great media mentor. There are a lot of people that need media development. The thing, they be online saying anything, child. Right? And if you're growing a brand, you can work with people like me, where now you come in and you do media training.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now you have your media training, services. You have your media mentor academy, and now you have a whole brand that you've built outside of being yourself. So how I knew that I was great at what I did, because I do this naturally.
Yeah.
I could take somebody and think, okay, what are they great at? I can't throw TLC down your throat until you're ready to monetize. Okay, Brii, I see you in the gym. What are you doing for weight management? Okay, what vitamins are you taking? Brii, what if we did a collaboration and we did 5 days of social media and they had to go live every day and we have to evaluate them, but they take a shot of NutriBurst every day. That's how I built my brand.
Right.
I didn't build it from selling stuff. I built it from belief. And I said, you know what?
And the strengths and the weaknesses.
You get what I'm saying?
And identifying it, yeah.
Here goes how I almost tore down my brand, which many people may know this story. In network marketing, you have the opportunity to be whoever you want to be, right? For me, I realized that I was becoming someone that I was supposed to be. I never cared about money, Lamborghinis, Birkins, all the things. I didn't really care about that. Those are nice things, but I was that girl before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you are like,
same,
before a car, like, I mean,
Yeah.
The girls that get it, they get it. Like, you worked hard in life, you got your job, you did your careers. Like, we don't have to validate it through
those things. Yes.
So I lost myself. 2020, lost myself. Got robbed at gunpoint. I was in this community that really prioritized that. 2020, 2021. 2022, I said, I am miserable. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I was like, this is bad. Hate life, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
but kudos for you for being honest.
I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is not it, right? And I was seeking validation in things. I couldn't find it. And I said, you know what? I got to go back to Christ. I was going to church here and there, but I wasn't prioritizing Christ. When I started prioritizing Christ, I said, now he can trust me to be a mentor. That was the pivot for me. When I started trusting Christ and trusting the Christ in me, I realized I now can give sound advice.
Yeah. That's good. And that's another thing too. I think that's a big reason why, I've always had nice things, but if you look on my social media, I really don't flaunt the things that I have, or even gifts that I get or things, because I don't want people to look at me for those things. Yeah. And of course, from a safety standpoint too, like you said, you got robbed, and I'm sure that took you through, you talked about how you dealt with PTSD and depression and even weight gain through that process. But even with doing that, because you know that when you know you that girl, you don't have to lean on the facade, the materialistic to gain people, or I want you to love me because of me, the value that I bring, who I am.
And I'm rebuilding myself brick by brick, you know, like even coming to a show like yours, I probably attracted this, to be honest with you, because I genuinely, when I met you, I was like, she's dope. I don't know her. You met me in a season where I was just really trusting, like, adult friendships again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had no idea.
Yeah, it was like that event was me trusting adult friendships, because everybody on the show, on the panel, was people I either met on Instagram or like I knew, right? Nobody on there was someone. That's why I had to be the host, because I knew how to introduce them.
Yeah.
I got a girl from that too, though. I knew how to introduce. I got to plan better.
Yeah.
But
because I was like, oh, she could have just had me host this. And I'm sitting there, but that's the host in me. Like,
but here's the deal.
Yeah.
I knew that we had to create a relationship.
Yeah.
Because I know that people probably pull on you a lot. But for me, I'm always big on reciprocity. Right? I'm really big on that.
And you really live that. Even though I didn't know that was a thing for you, I was going to tell you, because you are one of the few, like, once I launched the podcast in July, you were one of the few people who actually picked up the phone and called me. You were like, hey, you got your number? You DM me, you were like, hey, what's your number? And I was like, I just gave it to her. Like, who just, but I don't know. We were just told me, give you my number. So I gave you my number. And she literally picked up the phone and called me and was like, I'm proud of you. And you were like, all the things that you're going through. And this is somebody who, like you said, we didn't necessarily have a real relationship. We're like following each other on social media, but that was so, like, I knew I was doing the right thing because I love doing this. This is something I do easily. Like you said, I'm really good at it. But to get the confirmation of, because I recently went through that season of stepping back out there, finding my voice again, having the confidence to get back in front of the mic. And so to launch and have people like you, women that I respect in the space, like, just reach out and like, hey, no, you're doing the right thing. Hey, I'm proud of you. Good for you. That meant so much to me. So I'm grateful for that.
I meant it, girl. And you know why I'm like that, though? Is because there were seasons in my life where I needed someone to tell me that, honestly. And still now to this day, like, my boyfriend, you know, this morning, he called me and was just like, yeah, I'm really proud of you. Like, and I see you doing what you're doing. And I want you to know that I care. And I don't think he really realized that, like, I kind of needed that call this morning. Yeah. So, you know, when somebody's around you a lot, you kind of wonder, like, am I doing the right thing? And, like, you know, like, I might not be moving as fast as someone else, but am I moving fast enough for Jesus? Like, you know, am I being grateful for the things that he's giving me? So when I saw you, and I'm like, yo, like, girl, I'm proud of you. How's your mother? How's this? And I wasn't trying to intrude, but I really meant what I said. I'm like,
I could feel the genuineness.
Like, I'm like, what's up? What you got going on? What you need? Like, you know, because I desire genuine relationships, but I don't believe that God makes any mistakes. He will only give you what you deserve. You get what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times we're like, oh, I want this, but are you that?
Yeah. Are you willing to steward that too?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good. I want to talk, it's like we stepped on it a little bit, but you faced robbery, PTSD, depression, weight gain, all that, you know what I mean? But yet you turned into all of that into a fashion brand, and you found your stride again. And like you said, even with network marketing, like, how did you let that trauma lead to triumph for you?
You know what?
Because a lot of people would have just like crawled in the ball and just stayed in that.
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I know it's recorded, all the things. So I believe in residual income. Like, I believe in passive income. And this is the reason why. Got robbed. Okay, 2019, had my wellness studios. So I had my salons from 2012, 11 to 2017. Then I was like tired, burnt out, got into the wellness space, right? And I was working, got to nonprofit, all the things, making 6 figures, right? When the pandemic hit, I went from earning like $500,000 to in 2020, I made $4.3 million in 2020 from TLC. From doing the work, sharing with others. That changed my life. It gave me rest. And in that season of my life, because I was getting out of the will of God, God needed to get my attention again. I'm not saying God got me robbed and none of those things, but I don't believe things happen by mistake.
Yeah, and he says all of those things, the bad and the good, will be used to our greater good.
And that's what it was. I needed to slow down.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people say, well, how are you depressed and you made all this money? It never stopped. The money kept coming. So from the time I got robbed up until now, Total Life Changes has paid me about $8 million.
Wow.
Right? Let's do the math. How much money do you really need to survive?
Right.
So I got a chance, Brii, to just sit down and really look at myself again. Do I even like myself? Do I even like the people I'm around? And the answer was no. Mm-hmm. And I had to get rid of everything around me that was not serving a greater purpose for my journey. Very hard decision to make.
Yeah. And people look at the money and they're like, oh, like you said, how can you be depressed with all that money? But it's like, there are some problems that money can't fix.
Money couldn't fix the problems I had. Mm-hmm. The money couldn't fix the problems I had because I attracted the money with the problems. What happens is, you know, you got to fix your character, your integrity, all the things. But when the money comes, you got to still be that great person. So what happens was I was just a product of my environment at that time. And the priority for my brand I no longer had. All the things I begged and asked God for, if he gave me financial freedom, I did not do. Mm-hmm. I didn't do any of that.
You didn't keep your word.
I didn't keep my word at that time. So I reverse engineered and I got my fight back. And when I tell you I got my fight back, it wasn't about no like physical, it was a spiritual fight. And I got my fight back. And I had to do away with anything that came in that season. Anything that came in that season when I got out the will of God, I let it go.
Yeah.
It was a hard one because it stings, right? So to answer your question, it was just like getting robbed changed my life, but it gave me my life back. It's like crazy. Like I changed my life, but gave my life back because it gave me a different mindset. Mm-hmm. Like tomorrow isn't promised, Natalie. We don't fear. We have faith, but you still have to be very aware of life, Natalie. Yeah. You have to be very aware of the surroundings you have, Natalie. You have to be very aware of the grace that God has given you, Natalie. And this is how I speak to myself every day. Mm-hmm. And then I start to find gratitude again in life. So that's another part that allowed me to get back to the flow because I had enough years to just chill. I ain't rich, but I had enough time to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah. You had a cushion.
It gave me a little cushion to like think through life. Mm-hmm. Okay, bet you don't like this. Okay, you're a little overweight. You need to lose some weight for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You need to go find some time to work out and be consistent with cardio and do those type of things. And that's what I did. And it, girl, was a fight.
Yeah. And fitness is such a big thing. Like I myself lost over 45 pounds. Yes, girl.
Look good.
And you too. Like I've been seeing your before and afters. You've been posting. Yes. But talk about that fitness journey and like how even getting back in the gym, losing the weight, being consistent with that actually parallels with business or even your personal life.
Yeah. When you feel good and you look good, you're good. Mm-hmm. Like it just is a direct correlation. Like feel good, you can show up as a good woman. Like for me, like I feel like when you don't feel good, like I can put on clothes. It don't have to be super tight. It don't have to be super loose. It can be whatever I want, right? Mm-hmm. Like you got the dress on, it can flow, it can feel good. It don't have to be like super like everything. I think sometimes when you don't feel well, you have to overdo it.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
So I look at some of my photos, I'm like, ugh, like
I was overcompensating.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like the way I treated myself.
Yeah.
So for me, fitness is a part of my lifestyle. I definitely going to work out a date with you. Mm-hmm. Especially being in Atlanta, I want to get my same routine going again. This morning I worked out. I walked about like 2 miles. I do that every day. For the most part, it clears my mind, clears my head, got my cortisol levels back going. TLC helps with my weight management a lot. I use the products every day, the vitamins, the carb.
Because you glowing.
Thank you. Yeah. I take care of myself. It's the collagen that I take every day as well. I didn't know you're glowing as well.
Thank you.
I didn't know vitamins like really did that.
Yeah.
You know? So
like growing up, we thought vitamins was when you got old. But it's like, no, girl, you can't
like,
wait.
Your hair, all the things. So it's like, for me, it's like if I can continue my self-care journey for the rest of my life, I will continue to do all the things I love. Mm-hmm. If that gets interrupted, I wouldn't be the best version of myself.
Absolutely. And it's for me, I feel like working out is me keeping that promise to myself. Yeah. And I can't keep no promises to nobody else unless I've kept, or I don't feel good about keeping those promises to other people for the day if I haven't kept the promise to myself of taking care of me first. Yeah. Because I just feel so depleted. Yeah. You know, like I'm pouring from an empty cup if I haven't really filled my cup up first with my workout.
I'm like that in the morning time. Like I don't take on meetings in the morning. If I take you on in the mornings because you really really needed to talk.
Yeah, like you really needed it.
Like you really, girl, what you need, girl? Like, you know? But I love that. Self-care is everything.
Looking for the perfect space to bring your vision to life? Welcome to Visionaire Production Studios, where creativity meets capability. With over 10 dynamic sets, including a fully equipped kitchen set, we're built for creators, brands, and dreamers who don't just want content, they want cinema. Whether you're shooting a podcast, cooking show, campaign, or content series, we've got the space and the team to help you make magic and bring any vision to life. If you can see it, we can help you shoot it. Let's turn your vision into production at Visionaire Production Studios. Now, I was digging, right? And when I was digging, I saw that you said that you'll become a mother when it aligns with your values, not timelines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you balance like the societal pressure and like spiritual timing or just knowing when it's right for you?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like at my age at this point, like 37, right? And I'm like, Natalie, don't let the world rush you. Because, you know, people are like, you're getting older, you're getting this. Mm-hmm. I take care of my organs. Mm-hmm. I take care of my body, right? Why can't I get married and have a baby afterwards? Why do I have to do it your way? Why can't I do it God's way? Mm-hmm. I have to really stand on that, girl, because there are moments where I start to like make myself feel like, oh, I'm running out of time, but who said that? Yeah. Like, who made up the whole you're running out of time? Yeah. There are real live adults that are like 45, 43, 40, whatever.
My grandma had her last kid at 47.
You get what I'm saying?
Like.
You get what I'm saying? But I do believe that you should check your hormones and all the things. Yeah. I do believe in freezing your eggs, and that's what you want to do. I'm definitely thinking about that journey. And this is the thing. I'm still open to having a baby naturally after I get married, but what if I want to have more? And I don't know. Like, so I think that's where freedom comes in. Is like you can do what's best for you and what aligns, but there's really no rush. And girls, don't rush. Don't let people make you feel like you are just running out of time. It's not true. It's not real. And I'm actually creating a community, which I'm excited about. You have to be a part of it. Yeah. And it's just really, the girls are linking again. Yeah. The girls are supporting everybody. Like, the girls are really, like, not allowing people to disrupt their flow. Mm-hmm. The girls are not ruining their Jeremiah story. Mm-hmm. We're not doing that anymore. Yeah. We did it. We're done. Yeah. We're done. You know?
We're standing up for what we truly want and desire in our hearts.
Yeah, because I've been on Instagram saying the girls. I'm not sure you know this. It's a reason because I'm like, the girls want to be happy. Yeah. The girls want to be with their man. The girls don't want nobody on their back. The girls want to have friends. The girls want to meet new friends for real.
We do.
But we don't want to be fearful of, okay, this is my friend. Is she weird? Is she this? Like, we want to just organically flow
and connect. Yes. Yeah.
Like, that's all we want to do.
I love that.
You know?
Now, speaking of my man, we were kind of talking about this a little bit off camera. You are in I don't want to say it's new because I don't know how long you guys have been together, but you're in I would say newly public relationship, which I love. I think this is like it's like, oh, this is a great match. I didn't ever, how you like, okay, I didn't see that, but I see this. I like how this is going. Talk about like being public in a relationship, because I was sharing with you that I was very public with my last relationship and I felt like it started to dim my personal light. And when I left that relationship, I had to like redefine who I was as a brand, as a businesswoman. And I didn't like that I was overshadowed by him, but I feel like you're doing a really great job at balancing that. So talk about that.
Yeah. So, oh God, I love Chop so much. He's really amazing, right? And our story is like a dream come true because we started dating in 2022. Okay. And
this is around the same transition time for you. Okay.
And I had a lot going on in my life. Mm-hmm. He like going on in his life. I literally just got a relationship. It really was not the time for real, right? So the Lord is good. He wanted to grow as a man. I need to grow as a woman. He was like, he needs to grow. And I was cool with that. I'm not really a chasing type of girl for real. So if someone says, hey, I need to grow, bet. Like, and
kudos. Good for you.
Listen, do your thing. So he kept going on these podcasts declaring how he's changed as a man and who he is. And it was just like, okay, it's cool. But in that season, I was into Natalie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like really into like, I'm not losing myself for anybody anymore.
You were rebuilding. You were in there.
I was.
Yeah. You were sharing that.
I was, and I was very public about it, right? So what happens, ego has to go though, because Trap put in the work to build himself up again, but he also showed up for real. This is not Instagram. Like, showed up for real. Like, and he's always been like a superhero to me. Like, he's very inspiring. Like, for real, not just like stocks, but like just see his life is like literally like it's like God literally showed me in real time when you are faithful and when you surrender how life can be through him. And it's so inspiring to me to the point where I'm like, okay, God, this man is your son. Show me how to love him properly. Show me how to have grace. Show me how to listen. Show me how to communicate better. Allow me to rest in my femininity. And allow me to really align with the Holy Spirit so we can flow. And he did just that.
That's so big. I think a lot of times as women, we don't even realize we need to pray that prayer.
Oh, I had to pray, girl. I had to pray because what happens is your past life can start like hunting you if you don't really deal with your trauma. And the truth really is, I've been cheated on before. Things have happened in my past, you know? And although I was like confident in all the things, back in my mind was like, okay, if you're gonna be with him, you gotta give up all your shenanigans. Right? You know what I'm talking about. I was talking about the little 1-2 texts, the 1-2 DMs. Like, you gotta give it up because if y'all run this back, y'all both serious, how are you gonna treat God's son? And that's when I knew I loved him because it was like, and here's the deal, nobody really knows, it's so crazy. The video that like really went viral that got posted of me, of Trap and I, it was in my drafts.
For a long time.
It was in my, no. Like, we just got back together. Like, and when I say got back together, like being serious, right? And I was like putting all our memories together. And I'm in my studio. I took that dang on NRG from Child. I was lit, right? And you know when you post something with no caption? I post. I get all these calls. They're like, Natalie, all this stuff. I say, what's going on? Brii, I fell out.
You didn't mean to post this.
I didn't mean, our stuff was so real that I didn't need Instagram to approve our relationship.
Right.
But it posted. But you know, so crazy, God don't play. Cause it was like, okay, you said you about to be
now it's out there. Repost going viral.
No, but it has been beautiful because back to the identity thing, like Trap really empowers me. He's very supportive. He reminds me who I am. Even to come on the balance of network marketing, my agency, and all the things, he understands like the assignment. You get what I'm saying? And very rarely will somebody understand like you can do everything. He doesn't bash network marketing. He doesn't bash anything. He's like very supportive. He just wants to make sure that I'm showing up as my authentic self.
Yeah, and I see that. I love that he is just as open about how he feels about you and loves you as you are. It's not like, you know, sometimes it's very one-sided on social media, but it's very equal.
That used to be my life, though. And it's like, you know what's so crazy you say that? I used to be in La La Land, girl. And
haven't we all?
I was. Because I can think I'm in a great relationship, and then the world can think whatever, because they really know something.
Yeah.
So when I got like older and I started reflecting on different things, like I'm like, oh, babes, I was in La La Land.
Like, I was delusional.
Yeah, and it's okay. And I don't ever down anyone I was with in the past. It's just that everybody has a person, and then Trap is just my person. Like, you know what I'm saying? God will have to tell me and walk it down and say this is not the, you know, because that's what it is right now. Like, you know, and I believe that he's my husband. I believe that he's gonna be he's already an amazing father. I'm happy. Listen, but I love that.
You look happy. I feel the happiness.
I am.
You know?
I love that for us though, because we deserve to be loved properly.
Absolutely.
We also deserve to like not be in La La Land, but still be in like Delulu when we want to though, because it's so funny because
enjoy and bliss.
When you're rest, like you get to rest and not be, oh, let me go look at my Finsta page. I don't do any of the things.
Yeah, you don't have to check over your shoulder to see who or worried about checking the phone or nothing.
Girl, I'm looking at that child.
Yeah,
like, and because whatever's not for me is not gonna be for me, and that's because we're evolving as a whole being. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing can't happen, but the reality is, everyone is human, right? We're spirit beings living in this human experience. So the reality is, all I can do is focus on what I got going on and what I have going on, how I'm showing up and being a whole woman and allowing God to use me and having a goal to understand, like, okay, God, I'm here on this earth. How can I support your son? How can I support myself? How can I support other women? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the world, me personally, this is me. I feel like social media has done a good job at making people think that there's never going to be hiccups in life.
Right.
No, you're going to get hiccups, babes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially for the married folks. Like, I'm encouraged by a lot of marriages as well, but I also know that throughout marriage, it's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for whatever I got to do, because when you choose to live this life and choose to commit, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like anything in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is going to come with its ups and flows, ups and downs. Like, it's just,
even friendships. It's like, I tell my homegirl the other day, it was like, the same way how a woman can go back to her ex, or the same way how she can go back. I said, I'm not saying if a guy was beating you up or you were verbally abusive, or no. But let's say I have a friend from college and we just stopped talking for whatever reason. It's okay for me to chat with her again. I feel like a lot of times we're in a space where we don't give people grace. And it's like, for me, I'm a season where I'm allowing my life to flow, but I have boundaries. I have boundaries before. With friends.
what are some of those boundaries?
Oh, I don't play. Like, if you take the time to speak about me negatively to anybody else, you're not my friends. If you're someone that's always gossiping about others and you just not a positive person, my boundary is like, I don't want to talk about it. Do I kiki with my friends? Yes, we be laughing about a lot of stuff, but it's never like crazy. Like, it's never like getting obsessed. Like, you know, so I realized throughout my years that people have showed me tendencies of who they really are, and I'll find out the hard way. And I'm like, dang, that hurt. And I get very like heartbroken from friendship breakups. Like, it's really hard for me.
Yeah.
And I gotta work on that, but I just don't want to change my heart. I love like having friends. Like, I just love being a friend. Like, that's one of my favorite sports, being a friend. I really do.
Being a friend is a sport, especially when you think about all the birthdays, ups and downs, and being there for people and sharing.
Like, play the sport.
Yeah.
You're gonna play, you're not gonna play, sit out. But if you're going to say, this is my friend, be a friend.
Yeah.
So that's just how I am. Like, even being, Traps woman, like, I love it. I enjoy it thoroughly. Yes, you have ups and downs and all the things, but go all in.
Yeah.
I'm just that type of girl. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. Okay, so switching back to finances. What do you feel like you're chasing? How will you know that you've made it? You've made millions and surpassed some people's number. You know how everybody has, like, I have a number.
Yeah.
You've surpassed a lot of people's number. Like, how will Natalie know, like, good job, I've done it?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I think in our community, we don't really understand financial education. It's an everlasting journey, right? So I'm after freedom. I'm not really after, like, a number, right?
Well, what does freedom look like for you? Because you're already making passive income. That's a lot of people's freedom.
No, things happen, girl. I got a text today from somebody that I love that they need $7,000 for real. They really need $7,000 like right now, right? I love that person, but does it make financial sense for me to give them $7,000? You get what I'm saying? When you have liquidity and freedom and all the things, you're able to, like, unconsciously do things financially. And because, again, you tithe, you're a good steward. And one thing I told God, I said, when you give me a chance to do it again, allow me to be a better steward.
Yeah.
Right? So I've made millions. I spent millions. I've done all the things. I have not made it. I'm not worth $100 million. Like, money, you really need a lot of revenue to have freedom. And I'm not saying you have $100 million, but I have several companies. I have a mother. I have a daughter. I'm not a daughter, not yet.
Oh,
I have a mother.
Speaking it.
I have a mother. I have a dad. I have a niece. I have a nephew. I have a grandmother. She's 92. I have another grandmother that's 90. I have a sister. I have all the things. Thank you. God is so good.
Yeah.
Freedom is doing what you want when you want. Hey, you guys, let's go to Israel. Hey, you guys, these are things I want to do, right? So being that I took a break, I was a little irresponsible, meaning that I should always have, like, a lot of flow coming in. I didn't go broke, but I still have to work.
Yeah.
I can't sit out. I got to work. So freedom to me is being able to have cash flow investments, properties, assets, all the things. And for me, like, I'm now creating these communities for the girls where we can trade together, we can make money together. Like, we don't have to be one-sided anymore. You know, freedom is being able to say, all right, Brii, I love your studio. Let's go buy a building.
Yeah.
I have a concept, you have a concept. We don't have to know each other for 80 years to do business together. It's black and white. You got this, I got this, we can put it together. That's freedom. Freedom, like, when you think about people that are wealthy, they go after their dreams. They do big things, big business. And they're not thinking about, like, every dollar. And they're not like, oh, my God, I can't spend this because of this. Like, that's not freedom to me. So being able to have freedom, if I can give my mother all of her deepest desires, that's freedom. Although she's content, I love her, to give my dad the same thing, that's freedom.
Yeah.
You know, that's just
like
freedom.
you said, just being able to pick up and go and not have to, like, overly stress about the decisions that you're making.
I just have a lot of things I want to do. And I feel like as long as God has given me breath on this earth, I just have things I want to do.
Yeah.
And why can't I do them?
Well, I know you're going to accomplish them.
Oh, yes. And I want to, but I'm telling you, like, I'm talking about, I got wild things I want to do. There's some days I'm like, I want to open up a technology school. Like, it's crazy for me, right?
Yeah.
But that's freedom.
Where do you think that drive comes from? Did you inherit that from your mom? Was it something in life that made you get that ambition? Like, where does that come from?
I think God really gave me the ability to be, like, a very, like, he gave me the ability to dream for others. Like, I love dreaming. Even when I was depressed, I never stopped dreaming. I love dreaming. I, like, can fantasize about life. Like, I can think about, like, you could be a friend or you could tell me, like, girl, I need money. And I'll be like, okay, let's think. Right? And then I'll start dreaming and, like, thinking about all the things, and you'll look at me like, girl, that's a lot. I'm like, no, let's go ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So I love that. As a young girl, I always, like, fantasized, and I always, like, played house and played doctor and played lawyer and played all the things. So I'm just the type of girl that just enjoys creating that next level of fantasy, you know, for my people. And even social media, like, I love taking them through another place they've never been.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I like that because I need people like that. And
I love
think
it.
That's my biggest, I feel like, not downfall, but the thing that I think is holding me back from getting to that next level is actually being open and picking up the phone and having conversations like that with people. Because I have the relationships. I have the Natalies. I have the David Sheens. I have the people who are willing, even Trap. Like, I know that I've built relationships and a good standard with these people where I know, and I don't ask them for anything. So I know that if I really needed something, I could pick up the phone and they would be there. But I don't even be knowing what I need. How do you get out of that space?
I think that you say that you're out the space today. Like, I'm out the space today.
I'm out the space today.
I'm out. We're done.
I'm fine. I'm figuring out what I need and who I need to help me with it.
Yes, and because that's called self-sabotaging. So self-sabotaging is a spirit. It's a spirit, and God doesn't like that for you.
Yeah.
And He wants to see you happy, and He wants to see you joyful. He wants to see you happy. God wants all the things for Brii, you know? And when you think about the joy of the Lord and, like, how he took you from this place, like, think about your life right now. It's a living testimony that all things are possible. You get what I'm saying? So, like, having those relationships that can just speak life to you and that can remind you how amazing you are, that's so important because God chose you for a time like this. God, who else?
Yeah, I fought so hard to, like, find my joy again, but now I'm like, okay, I'm ready for abundance. I'm ready for the next level. I know that I have the heart for it, you know what I mean? And I just want to show God that if you trust me with it, I will not only be there to help my family and others, but I want to be there to show others that, like, you can still get up no matter what has happened, no matter the breakup, the family, the mom, like, whatever.
But you're doing
you go
it though,
through.
and I think I want you to give yourself grace though, because you went through a lot. Right? And you gently tell the world your story, but the story lives within you. So what happens is, and I will tell you, if I can do life over again in the past 5 years, I would have gave myself a little bit more grace because I had people around me telling me to get over it, or you need to move forward and you need to go harder. We all go through life. Well, we all go through life, but we're all different, right? So I want you to know that, you know, you're doing a great job, and you have to sit in it a little bit, you know? Like, it's a big deal. There's a lot of people that say they want to do a podcast, but they don't do it. There's a lot of people that have to pivot through a career that they didn't ask to pivot from. They don't know how to get back up.
Yeah.
There's people that might have a situation that they have to be supportive of their mother, and they don't know how to do it, so they shut down.
Yeah.
So the reality is, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And you have to sit in it. And you got to speak life over yourself every single day. And you have to continue to be around people. I'm sure you have great friends, but the reality is this. You have to sit and tell yourself, this week I'm going to do something kind for myself today. This week I'm going to do something kind for myself on Friday. This week I'm going to celebrate what I did great this week. Next week I'm going to do this. The following week I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm like, okay, well, no, next week I need to do this because I need to get here faster. Or I need to do this.
Chat because, yeah, we're going to chat. We're going to chat because what happens is the enemy's job is to isolate your thoughts, to make you feel like you're not good enough and that you're behind. That's the enemy's, his playbook is so simple, right? He's going to get you on the very things that you've already been doubting. His job is to take up space, live rent-free in our brains. And he doesn't deserve that. So we don't give him any credit. We don't give him any honor, any of those different things. But because you've done the work on yourself, you deserve to feel good about your journey.
Yeah.
Anxiety and depression comes from living too far in the future and sometimes dwelling too far in the past.
Yeah.
So when we get into the release state and we say to ourselves, like, okay, God, I'm going to meet you right where I am right now. And I need you to support me in this space. God works fast.
Yeah.
Very
fast.
fast.
That's good. Okay, those are some things that I need to be better at because
it takes time.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at it, girl. I almost crashed out for real. And it took me like really I just was like, man, I live in this $5 million condo. I have a place in Houston, a storefront. I have a place in LA. I'm like, I am unhappy. I'm just unhappy. And everyone's like, oh, you're so great. No, I'm not great. I don't like this life. And until I just really sat back with myself, it's okay. I sat back with myself and I'm like, what do you even want? So I have this thing in my phone where I create the week. And you know how you have the bullet points of the notes? I put out the things I got to get done for the week in there. I used to do all the calendars and all the things. And I still have a calendar if it's like meetings, but I have real things I need to do.
Actual to-dos.
Girl, I got things I got to really do, like little simple things. Oh, make this doctor's appointment, make that. I'll beat myself like, oh, you didn't even make your dentist appointment. Yeah. Girl, you was trying to catch up with life.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just being able to, and also, I'm here in Atlanta a lot. Just having sometimes I like sitting down with my homegirls, people I know, and really doing nothing. I'll even come out here, like, I love just sitting there and having my computer out and having friendships where we can just work on ourselves. And it's okay. We don't have to always be outside all the time. And I go out, I like doing fun things, but when I start to feel like I'm behind, I need to sit down for a second. And just figure out, okay, what AI are you using? What are you using? Okay, who's using this? Okay, where'd you get your packaging from? Where'd you get that from? Okay, what you got going on? Okay, like that's the space I'm in right now. I want to create a community. And this is not like a community where like you can really pay to get in. You know, this is more like minds link. Let's go to Arizona. Let's go to the retreat.
Yeah, let's
bring
take
your computer.
some time. Yes.
I'm going for 3 days. Who want to come? This is how you book your link. I don't need to make money off of you. It's like I enjoy just taking a moment and figuring out how to get through life efficiently. Well, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like we all know certain things. I mean, I'm going to talk to you about the podcast because I be starting, quitting, like probably like 80 times. You know, and it's not that I don't want to do it, but the reality is that's your superpower, not mine.
Yeah. So I can help you and pour into you in those ways and vice versa.
And my clients. Like I have clients that need a podcast and I'm like, I can do all the things, but the other part, logistically, I don't want to do it. And I have to be okay with that and asking for help. So I think we all are sharing the same things, but it's like a different space that we're all in. And with this, be okay with like God will send you his people And it's okay to rest in that.
I think that we are definitely in the right space. And
Yes.
I feel like we're aligned. And this was like anointed.
Yes,
like I said, even from the first phone call, I'm like, I like her.
Aww.
So yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna have our chat, and I'm down to share and help, and vice versa.
I love it.
What does Natalie want to be better at in life right now? What do you want to be better at?
Man, that's such a great question. I'm very hard on myself. You know, so what I'm telling you is what I have to do for myself in this season, okay? And girl, child, I literally can take myself into like a crazy space of just life thoughts, right? So I'm really proud of myself and that's what I'm getting better at, is being in the moment. Like, I want to be in the moment more. I want to enjoy the moment. I want to be in the moment. I want to take time for people that I care about, you know? Another thing I really desire is like really doing what I say, like no matter how hard it is. Like when it comes down to like even business, I feel like business is very easy for me, but when it comes down to like scaling it in different ways, sometimes I'm like, ugh, it's a lot, right? So I'm challenging myself more to like get to the next level. Oprah always has inspired me. There's a lot of Emma Grande and Layla Hermanzi. I might be saying their names wrong, but I'm ready to like get to my next level. Yeah. And I'm ready to be a better businesswoman. I'm ready to like not just be, okay, you're a great Black woman in the business space. Like, why can't we just be great businesswomen? Yeah. You know? So that's something I'm really excited about. And then last but not least, something I'm looking forward to is just really prioritizing my health. Like, for real though. Like, you know, I think that I go in these spaces where like I'm really excited, and then I just like, I'm so hard on myself. Like, I think body dysmorphia is a real thing. So I will literally like beat myself up like, oh, you need to tighten your arms, you gotta do this. But just really just being in a space where like, Natalie, your fitness journey is an everlasting thing. Yeah. It's okay. Take your time, have fun. It's okay. So that's something I have to do consistently. Because even like thinking about being a mom, I'm like, oh my God, my body's gonna be a mess. I'm like, yeah, it's like, same. Why am I thinking like that?
Yeah, I think like that sometimes too.
We got not too much. We gotta relax, because God has given us the ability to have a body that can carry a baby. But if we're like thinking all the crazy things, no, girl, you know. Yeah. So, but we're all dealing with the same things in a sense, but being okay with just checking myself a little bit more.
I love that. Well, at the end of every episode, I end with a trapfirmation.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, so basically it's an affirmation, but you know, I keep it a little trill. Okay. And I try to cater them to our guests. So this one I wrote for you. Okay. But it's like an example of your life. Okay. So this week's trapfirmation is, from pain to gain, I own my lane.
Ooh, to pain to gain, I own my lane.
Yes, you do, because you own your lane.
I love it.
And like we said, you've been through the
gain. I like that.
From pain to gain. You went from pain to gain.
I love that. To pain to gain, I own my lane.
Yes, period. So that is this week's trapfirmation. All right, guys, and thank you so much, Natalie, for coming on this episode. I really, this was not enough. I'm gonna have to have my own sit down with you. We're gonna have our own chit chat. We're gonna go to lunch. We're gonna eat. We're gonna whatever it is. We're gonna vibe out while you're here in Atlanta. And you guys, make sure you follow you on everything. Yes. Tell them your socials and everything.
Nathalie Nicole, Nathalie, Nicole, Nicole. Everything is on my social medias. You can find me, support you, like, you know, whether it's passive income, branding, all the things. And then prayerfully, we'll link and do something cool together.
Yes, we will. It's coming soon. So stay tuned for that. And all right, guys, until next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, thank you for watching Better with Brii Renee.